Bandito Radio 112 FM, a streaming radio station for all toy enthusiasts, collectors, photographers, and customizers. Built to match your mood and passion. Music from hip-hop to country and all the rock in between with host Howlin' Jim Jackson. For a dose of the macabre, there's Myra's Morgue of Midnight Madness. Plus our newest collector podcast, Purple Gang Gang Full Frontal Purple. And Action Figure Frequencies. With your hosts, SKN's own Chet Maddox and Alexander Storm. Bandito Radio 112 FM. Available to stream now on Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
All systems have been alerted to your presence, sir.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I hope you know what you're doing.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Toy Chest. I almost said Starlight Digest presents. Almost did it. Almost went into Wednesday's
Well,
show.
you just did.
Yeah. Let's do it. Episode 37 being recorded on August 11th, 2025. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here.
What's up, nerds?
We got Tommy Blitz Transmissions is here.
What up?
The entire Blitz Transmissions is here. It's awesome. We are missing Alex this week. Everybody just kind of wave to Alex and say, come back. So until his return, of course, the SKN guys, I'm sure they'll be in chat and supporting us all the way through. Anyway, before we get into it, guys, we've got there's some toys to talk about. Our how many jobs do we, how many third, fourth jobs, how many mortgages, second mortgages did we take out this summer? And it's
It's been a spendy week.
It has. Yeah. This
All
last
right,
month.
Yeah, exactly. Well, before we get into it, our Shadow Council, you guys make everything come true for the Starlight Digest. How we look, how we sound, our content, everything is about it. If you want to know more, scan that QR code and join that ever-growing list. Thank you guys so much. On our Wednesday's flagship show, see, this is what happens. You will be properly shouted out, and we'll go from there. Thank you, guys. And everybody in the pit, let's see. Luke plays. He's going to catch us on the replay because he doesn't live in America. It's a big time for him.
If you were a real fan, you'd watch.
Yeah, just wake up, man.
Sleep
just
is for the weak, brother, okay?
Howl Runner Base is always in there and ready to go. Commander Bly, there is an XP Haslab. If you can break the system and gain 7,000 XP, then Tommy will buy you a lat.
Yeah, I'll buy you a Micro Galaxy lat. That's what I'll get you.
I didn't say which one. I didn't say which version.
He'll give you one of Marco's Micro Galaxy lats.
Yeah,
He
well, then I got no. Yeah. Stu John Jedi is checking in. We've also got Joey. There he is. We're gonna ask him a question later, Joey. I'm gonna ask you a major question and see if you're gonna be down to buy this thing. We'll see. 1200. Yeah, 1200 is checking in. Thank God you guys gave me a way out. Nice. William Rodriguez checking in. Back to lat. Yes. We also got Eric Coates. Good to be here. Thank you for being here. There he is. There's Dr. Brantley. Hey guys, have a great show. Thank you. We've got the
Doc.
Max Rebo experience live from the beach. Lucky. We've got Chris K, 1:40 a.m. tuning in from London. Thank you so much. That's how you do it, right?
That's right. I don't know what Luke's problem is. I mean, it's only I think like 12:40 there. Maybe.
Yeah. Thank you for leading by example. There's Blitz right there, of course. Yeah. Yes.
Dude.
Can I get the lat dance from Tommy?
Oh, there's a lat dance?
No, I don't know what he's
I'm
talking
buckled
about.
up. Wait.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Let's go with the lat dance.
Someone send some super chats.
Yeah. Guys, of course, what's the ever-growing story going on right now in the toy world is the Haslab currently going on. We will be talking about that momentarily. I do want to kind of preemptive tell you guys to smash that like button because first of all, it means the world to us, but also it has a purpose. And we will get into those details later. The ones who followed us from our Wednesday show last week know all about it. This is the second go round. It's a giveaway. I have it right here. You guys probably could tell what it is just from
What's this?
I will get into all those details in a little bit.
Dad just was so kind to just gift me that as a and mask it as a giveaway. They're just so
yeah. I just put
really
everything is the wheels already set. It just says Tommy, just kind of like
a bunch of Tommy entries. That's it.
Well, guys, let's get into the updates. Of course, we didn't get any announcements from the last time we talked, whatever, and we're but that's okay, right? That's okay. We're not getting announcements. Let it simmer. There is one thing that Yakface has been reporting that there's 2 seasonal Black Series codes that he found that have not been, I guess, released or talked about or even leaked yet. But there are 2 additional Christmas ones, not Halloween ones.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and let's hit the Black Series updates on there because I know those Halloween figures have been coming out.
Yes.
We got Clink checking in. What's up?
Blink. So, for updates, we had the Ahsoka Death Trooper, the Zombie Death Trooper came out, which is pretty freaking cool. I did a review on that. It will be dropping in the next couple of weeks, probably in the next week, as well as the Peridia Ezra. That figure is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That is a great figure. I'm actually holding it in my hand right now. It is a great looking figure.
Nice.
Mad props to Hasbro on getting that one right. But Walmart went down to my local Walmart, and lo and behold, what did I find other than every single freaking exclusive figure they have coming out this month? I mean, from Marvel Legends to G.I. Joe Classified, it was all there, including
you hit the mother load.
I freaking did. It was stupid. The Magna Guard was there. Ayla Secura was there. The Mummy Stormtrooper was there. Not to mention just the hard to find G.I. Joe Classified stuff, the 2-packs, the crystal ball figure, the vehicles, everything. So it has been absolute madness at the old Walmart this week.
Yeah, I wish my Walmart got in on that shelf. We're either like behind everybody else or we're just not getting them at all, because I went to my 4 Walmarts that are within 30 minutes and I did not find it anywhere.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Only the one by my work is the one that has it. The one just down the street from us here where I usually find things, nothing.
Because even talking to Alex, he said his Walmarts in his area, nothing. So it's like Scott hit a I think Dave that works at Walmart accidentally put the box out that was not supposed to.
Yeah, they were setting up the gondola in the center aisle.
Hey,
and I'm watching them set that up. And then at the same time, all the figures are just in the shelves or they're in the rafters. And I'm like, what's this?
Yeah.
Oh shit. It was a pretty wild one.
Yeah. Have you seen that centerpiece thing that Walmarts are building out for action figures? Kind of cool.
I wish I would be able to see it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
But here I am. I have to be Darth Vader and not see it with my own eyes.
Maybe that's a thing moving forward. They're going to take toys a little bit serious, like they should have when Toys R Us closed down, right? With Target was supposed to kind of like carry that torch and be like, all right, we're gonna be this thing, and it took 5 years.
totally speculative. It could totally be having to do with the recent report that came out that adult collectors are kind of taking over as the majority of purchasers.
So, dude.
Maybe that might have something to do with it.
I think so too. 100%. Industries switch on a dime like that. They
do.
Yeah,
you've seen the photos of this gondola setup with the plastic plexiglass cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the figures they're just loading it up with figures and action poses. It almost looks like a mini Comic-Con display. I mean, it's really pretty cool.
It's neat. It's very neat.
Yeah. Also found at Target, all of our Targets up here have them, at least 6 or 7 of them in quantity as the ghost, the glow in the dark ghost figure. There he is.
Yeah. So excited.
Right
this was the last one at my Target.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What that Asajj Ventress Witch, was that an exclusive? Did I remember
Amazon?
that? Or is that
I think it's Amazon.
I think it's Amazon.
I think it's Amazon.
Should be hearing something soon if these are hitting the stores. So that Witch is something that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
as far as like vintage collection going right now, I mean, not a whole heck of a lot has changed. I do know that Lieutenant Callahan, I was able to order her from Big Bad, so she's coming. But otherwise, man, it's still kind of status quo where we said, what?
Let me go grab.
Okay, and he's gone. I don't know where he went, but otherwise, no real big updates here until Tommy gets back and shows us what it is that's in his magic bag of tricks. What you got there, big guy?
Big TVC guy over here.
Well, look at you
from Big Bad Toy Store. Shout out Big Bad,
man.
Nice.
It's. I understand that you're trying to support the lad, but for God's sake,
you
went way over. Overboard.
I want the rest of the Bad Batch so I can stick my Bad Batch in my Haslab lat.
Well,
there we go.
You're going to be waiting just as long as Scott has been waiting.
I know.
For the Bad Batch.
I know.
It's true.
So come back over to the good ones.
So we can now mark Crosshairs off the list of
if he
figures
starts
that
to
are
show
up
up
and coming.
Yeah.
Well, he's right
is.
there. So he's officially in.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, if we're looking at some of let's go to the Cantina Haslab real quick. The Cantina Haslab address verification emails have been received. If you haven't already gotten that and you did back it, then you might want to reach out because you might be in trouble. But this sucker is probably going to be here, I would say, end of September, maybe early October, and then that's another one off the list.
Nice. Yep,
That's
the
all I
Rattlers
got.
should be here any minute now, so it's like they're starting to kind of get in line with all the Haslabs are shipping sooner than later. It's great. Meeks is checking in.
What's up, Meeks?
We have a question from Eric Coates. So when can we expect Ben Kenobi Wave and the new Bantha of TVC to be released? Not released, but shipped or whatever, right?
Shipped. I'll take a real quick look and see if I've got any. I do want to say it was supposed to be December-ish, I think, for the Bantha at least. I will double check and see if I can get any info.
Nice. Yeah, 2/12. Need more Christmas Black Series. I agree. I put them away. I have every single one of them. I put them all away at New Year's, and I bring them back out and trying to work on a Star Wars holiday display with those. So yeah. The more, the better. Max Rebo, this is interesting because it has happened in the Star Wars realm. But Max Rebo saying, have you heard the rumor that Snowcat is going to get a sweetener to help bump up the numbers? Talk about the Haslab because that did fund finally, but it's struggling to get any of the tiers. But
how many days does it have?
3, 4, something like that.
Yeah.
So we're starting to get to that last point where it should start to.
It'll get a push. I don't think they're gonna do a sweetener on this one. The only time that I can remember they did a sweetener was, I think it was twice. One was a Sentinel and one was the Razor Crest. But
the Razor Crest.
It wasn't a sweetener. It was an addition because it funded so fast that they added 2 tiers to the Razor Crest, just to basically to say thank you because it exceeded all expectations.
Well, they tried it with the Rancor by adding metal.
They tried it. They did. Well, they were revealing. They were revealing things, and So Snowcat barely squeaked by. Wait, what we got? 3 days.
3 days and 3 hours.
8,700. My prediction was 9K. So that was.
I don't think it'll hit any of the tiers, which is unfortunate because the tiers on this one are actually they're all right. They're pretty cool.
Like the tiers. If I was still collecting classified, I'd have been very happy, but I'd be very disappointed that I'm not getting those.
So Mooch is the reason that we didn't get enough backers for the tiers.
Pretty much.
Good to know.
Pretty much.
Good to know.
But look, Hasbro, I think they have their eye on their Haslabs and everything. They, as much as that after everything comes out, no matter what campaign, we're all backseat, strategists in a sense. Like we all just strategists. They should have done this. They should have done that. No, this, yes, this, and so it's always like hearsay after the fact and all that stuff. So I'm sure that. A lot of their decisions are questionable. Sometimes their tiers are questionable, but incentives, it's like, what would it hurt for them to throw in something major for that Snowcat to boost numbers, even if it goes up a couple thousand?
Yeah.
I just think
that it would have been. Yeah, exactly. It's a little too late. 3 days left. I just don't see it.
It is what it is on that, I think.
Yeah, it is. Because if you think about it, the sweetener would probably be added after the final tier, and they're not even going to hit that first tier. I mean, there are people actively backing out of it, which just sucks. I mean, because it's it'll be the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the first Haslab that just passed with base if it doesn't hit a tier. Because I don't think I don't follow the Transformers ones, but I know.
Oh, the Transformers always
out of the wall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
I think it was the Rattler didn't get the last tier.
Right?
It
did. Yeah.
It did get the last.
Got all of them. Yeah.
The Sky Striker did not. The Sky Striker missed, I think, the final tier in that. Which is
wasn't that the one that had like the
3/4 inch?
It's Dude John. Sorry.
Yeah.
Even with the purple nose, nice.
I'm trying to remember. There have been so many Haslabs.
If
so many stupid things like
if this one is only base only, it'd be the first time it just cleared with the base. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Timothy Matthew Hayes checking in. What's up, man? I'm glad I backed the Cantina. Look forward to getting it and getting that paper stock diorama with the 4 classic Kenner figures.
Hey, I bought that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
absolutely.
Right on.
Look forward.
Putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, boy.
Tommy. You're so funny. Chet Maddox checking in. What's up, man? No new number. Who does Blitz? What is this? I hope your brother. Shy. Is camera. Bounty Hunt. On Tommy's video.
Well, you see, my brother's at that age where he has to act a certain way. I call him nonchalant Logan because he's always trying to act super chill and laid back all the time.
And he's dying on the inside. It's like he found that he found that Bad Batch figures but inside he's like, what else, man? That's cool.
Yeah, I got my Lego set, got my the cool figs. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to jump into that real fast. I hope Joey's still in the chat. The rumored. Now this isn't official. It was rumored, leaked, or what have you.
Oh, it's pretty official.
I mean, we have to say that, right? Because it's like.
Yeah.
It's leaked.
It's AI. It's
AI. Yeah. Hey guys, those of you who collect Legos, let's pull up the rumored leaked / whatever Death Star Lego set. $1,000 for this set. You know what? I like this, but a lot of people don't, and I've been hearing they don't because it's a cross section kind of like shelf. Lego shelf that you add things to it. They wanted an actual, freaking Death. The Death Star has been rumored again to have a re-release, from the Legos. But people are like, "This is a shelf you're gonna put on your wall," and I'm like, "Yeah, that looks cool. That looks amazing, especially with the base. You get a shuttle Tidarium. You get all the scenes,
the major scenes. Yeah.
Look,
even
okay.
the meeting room.
I'll run it.
Yeah.
Okay,
but let's be serious here. If you are just building a Death Star, you've got a sphere. And then what? I mean,
they have one.
That's not appealing to look at. Yeah.
The more that I sit with this, the more that I'm like, I seem to like it more and more, because I'm glad they didn't just do what they've already done twice with the two previous versions of the UCS Death Star, which were the ball, and then it had the rooms in the ball. This is much larger. I'm not going to be buying it right out the gate, but this is something that really grabbed my attention. And as someone who doesn't, maybe that's why I just don't regularly collect Lego, but I think it's really visually appealing, even though, I can understand wanting the spherical look to it, but at the same time, we've already been there.
James Morrow checking it. It's the dreaded Death Slice.
I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to get creative enough to be able to reverse engineer the second half of it to where it closes. I mean, there are people who are, Lego masters, right? But this is exactly, my opinion. I think this is exactly what they need. Something different, something that actually allows playability with it.
Yes.
Does it come with all of these minifigs? Because if so, that is a shit ton of minifigs. And looks like you even get a bonus Krennic and Galen Urso with it.
I think it does, Scott. I think it does because I did see individual like I said, the mini shuttle Tidarium and all these things. So I think it does come with. Look at that package; it's so cool.
I think there's a picture of all the minifigs.
Yeah, Chet saying yes, it does. Joey, feed the dogs, Legos. Pay for mortgage, Legos. Feed the wife. Death Star sacrifices are required for this. I knew you would buy it. I know.
And
Joey,
and you feed the dogs, and then the dogs knock it over, and then you have to build it 3 times because you keep letting your dogs play with your Legos.
We're gonna get new dogs. So I think it's an amazing piece. I like it. I agree with Tommy. It's different, and I think that's cool because it's just. Why is there another hot tub stormtrooper?
Okay, so this is called a beach trooper. He's a reference to the Lego Star Wars video games from the 2000s. Cool. In like that old game, there's multiple levels in the original trilogy where you'll open a secret door, you'll go into a secret room, and there will be a hot tub with a bunch of stormtroopers in swimming trunks. Yeah.
It's a deep cut, and it's awesome. And
so, is there a hot tub in this thing though? That'd be amazing.
Would it be awesome if it was an optional thing that you open, like a door that you open and there's a hot tub with stormtroopers in there? Let's welcome Mean Metal Mike into the show. He's got a question, but this is a Wednesday show question. So, Mike, I'll read it, but this is something that we will discuss on our Wednesday shows when we take in all things Star Wars, movies and everything. But this Monday shows are reserved for toys, but you got me. I want to talk about it. But anyway, why is Thrawn the big bad villain in the Mandoverse, and will he appear in the movie? I don't know. That's something we have to theory craft and everything. We'll see what
and probably.
Movie. Yeah, and probably. I don't know, and probably.
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm sure it's
and
not
why
really,
and why he's the big bad, because they're basically rewriting Heir to the Empire and putting it into new canon, and Thrawn's a big part of it, of course, and Rebels. So, Hell Runner Base. It's a secret room at top of the elevator.
That's cool. That's cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, anyway, so Joey's our resident Lego collector. If he's getting it, so confirmed. We'll ask Don the Dad Dorn if he's getting it and see.
Right. And we should really ask Dez if Joey's going to be allowed to get
Joey,
it.
you can say yes all you want. Your wife has to do that. That's right. That's how it works.
I don't believe in permission. I do what I want.
That's right.
Really? Where's your fiance? Is she in the other room?
She's not within earshot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't know what we're talking about.
Spoken like a true dude, right there. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
That's right. That's right, Joey. Leave Des out of this. I got you. Blitz runs with 12 gangs. Stu John. Yeah, hey. Oh man. All right. So big. So toy. It's so funny. toys are adult collectors, and so we're gonna give them nothing but major expensive, mortgage draining decisions versus a stormtrooper that should cost $5. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh man. So let's see here. James Moreau. Actually, those near naked figures are called back to the other Star Wars film that the VHS rental store kept behind a curtain. I know that one.
I'm glad he's a binder. We kept those in a binder, and the old lady that ran the store.
Lion's Den, is that what they call it, right?
Yes, Tommy. VHS was VHS predates CDs, and it was something. You know.
I was alive for VHS. I was when I was a kid. I had things that I watched on the VHS player. I'm not that young. Yeah,
just making sure.
Yeah, VHS was still a thing.
Oh man! Wow. All right, guys.
Rewind.
I do want to go into the Haslab, but first I want to give a chance that our giveaway here is the Mustafar set, the Black Series San Diego Comic-Con set. This one right here could be yours if you've missed it. It's been selling out, like it's been hot, getting on the site and then selling out within minutes. But we have reserved one. We've got one. The giveaway is on, and the rules are simple. You have to like this episode, and at the end, when we finish recording today, and it lives in the comment section. In the comment section, when it becomes available, you leave a comment with the hashtag Mustafar. You like this episode, and you must be subbed. That's it. Simple. Cool. As soon as this episode gets 50 likes total minimum, then everybody who left the comment will be added to the wheel that we will spin this Wednesday. Ooh. It reached our first goal last Wednesday when we did it. So we have a collection of entries already. We've got our 50 likes. So all of those people are eligible to get into the drawing. And Sweet. You can go back to that one too and put a like there to get an additional entry. You get one entry per episode.
Right there.
Yeah.
Sold out.
Maximum of 2 entries total on both episodes. Wednesday and 2 days from now, we will be doing a drawing and giving this guy away. So that's the rules. Good luck. Leave the comment Mustafar at the end in the comment section. That's your entry. And we will, of course, be repeating this again. And you go on our socials, you'll see the rules, our Discord, everything. It's awesome.
And Hell Runner, it does not count right now. You know
Jeff
better.
Jeff McPeak checking in. I'm new to this channel. I really enjoy what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
And because you're here, that's why we do it.
Right on.
Yeah, Jeff Commander still doesn't understand. Don't
encourage him. Don't just
I know. Yeah, Stu John, it's still available on eBay. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you can buy a Haslab lat for less than the price of 2 of these for the going rate on eBay. So
that's true. That's true.
Just saying.
Hal Runner, hey man, if we don't know, I don't care. If it's whatever name wins, that's the name that's going to get it. So
if Hal Runner's alt account wins, then we send it to me. There we go. No,
right.
We send it to Tommy. Tommy gets it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Commander Bly with the 199 hashtag must. Okay, all right. So he's changing the rules. We've got to do it here. No, okay.
We cannot be bought.
He's being defiant.
Whoever sends a $100 super chat gets the Mustafar set.
Yeah, just
wow.
Oh, don't. Yeah,
don't say don't. No, that's not actually good. But you can still send $100 though.
Yeah, right.
You can, but that won't influence the decision.
All accounts.
Wow.
Yeah. Alt accounts. Never heard of them. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So that's our giveaway. I was happy that we got our hands on one and to give everybody, because it's being sold out like crazy. And I don't know, man. Are they going to push and do a replica of this?
Will they fix Darth Vader's name on the side for the next run of them? Probably not.
No. If there is, I don't know that there will be a next run.
Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah.
So, then it's becoming more valuable by the second. Then,
yeah.
Stay off eBay. Stay off of don't purchase those third party ones when it has a chance to be available still. So, guys, let's talk about the Haslab. Let's get an update here. Let's go
Haslab.
on. what's going on with what's going on with the lat? Are our efforts pushing this thing? Are we moving the needle at all? Are we what are we doing here, guys? What is your true honest? I mean, look, we still got 28 days left. It's still that is a long time. There's always a push and everything, but a lot of people see that 3,200, and that's, by the way, I think we're at 40% funded. 40%.
We are just over 40% funded.
Yeah, if you look at the percentage, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
With plenty of time left.
So I did back one. I chose the route where you could choose PayPal credits, and I did. I don't know if it's going to work, but the whole idea behind PayPal credit is with PayPal credit, you've got 6 months to pay it off once it funds. So I've already just, figured it out. It's $78 a month for 6 months. It pays it off. It's not a big lump sum. That's why I went ahead and that's why I'm trying to back it with that. See if it works, because if that works, that's a new alternative way of getting these things, right?
I mean, that's a workaround for our payment method that we want. The payment plans. That's a workaround. Definitely. If you're approved for the PayPal credit, then that's one way of doing it. I'll also put this out there too. Klarna is another thing, but you could do a 4 payment interest free. I think if you were approved through Klarna, you might be able to do it that way also. To do pay, I'm just throwing out payment plans. This is what we got to do with toys these days. Payment plans.
If it's an accepted form of payment with Hasbro Pulse and they let you place the order with that payment, I would see no reason why it wouldn't let you.
Exactly. Hellrunner. Yeah, it's just like Hellrunner. PayPal credit, and when you use it, Scott did. He might back too if it works. Scott used it. It went through right now, but like I said, Scott's at the moment of when they charge all the cards, is it going to get kicked back or whatnot?
Did you guys hear about when Hellrunner backed his first one? Like what the story was behind that?
No.
He was, so it was this month's Patreon giveaway for my channel, and Hellrunner's in my Patreon, and he said, I do like a wheel of death, so it's like out of like I think 15 or 16 people, it's like the last person standing wins the prize. And Hellrunner said, if I win, I will back the lat. And he actually won the giveaway.
What?
Oh, no.
All right, Hellrunner, if you win this one, you got to back 2. There's your...
Yeah, there we go. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he actually won the giveaway, yeah.
Nice.
So, Jeff McPeak, the PayPal idea is a good idea. That's my thought. Now, if I've purchased things with PayPal credit before in the past, and in order to do it, you've got to click and kind of you got to sign for it almost in a way, like agree to the terms of the payment. So if it immediately kicks back, I know they give you a chance to go in and
5 days
and purchase it, right?
Yeah.
So that's it, man. I'm giving this shit a shot. I want some other way of being able to do this.
Yes, and again, if it gets kicked back, you get 5 days. They send you an email. You just update your payment options, and it goes through. So it is worth a shot. You know what I mean? So no matter what, you won't miss out.
No. And that was it too. It's total, and it sucks to be me because it's total FOMO. I'm looking at the damn thing. I've got one of the originals still in the box in my shed.
Yeah, I told you it's a
and
good
I'm
move.
looking at it, and I'm like, God damn it, this is too cool.
And I talked to you off the air and everything, and I told you, like I said, outside looking in, again, everybody's collection is their personal thing. But I was like, Scott, to me, this is something that I would, if I had your collection, I would be doing this, and I would be, dumping everything else that, just because it's too cool. It's too updated, and it fits perfectly as far as like the theme. Now, room, that's something that you'll have to work out. So.
Yeah, I got to figure that out.
Phantom Menace Dennis got here late, but no problem.
You're here though. That's what matters. That's what counts, buddy.
Shout out Dennis.
So,
oh damn! If I win on Wednesday, I'll back another. Oh, Hellrunner!
Man, you're gonna get in trouble, buddy.
Yeah.
But as far as this is, for those who don't know what we're talking about, you've been living under a rock, something like that. It's the Haslab, the friggin' gunship. We've got the 10,000 backer. What is that? The 10,000 backer unlock, which is
Coleman Trevor.
This Coleman Trevor. Excuse me, I'm choking. 12,000 is
Stacey Tin.
I'm throwing it to you here, Blitz. 14,000 is
Egan Kolar.
because I'm freaking choking here. And the thing is, I think it was 23% bigger than the original Haslab.
Yes.
Or than the original version of the gunship. It is just a really cool looking vehicle. I like the working, rotating missiles in the top that are completely visible. That's awesome. Yeah, man. It's just, the more I looked at it, the more I liked it. I'm like, I mean, damn it. Let's see if this PayPal credit thing works.
Yeah. Mano Mike checking in also. Yeah, he confirmed. He did it. My and I think this will get into what Tommy's going to say here in a minute here about the perceived low interest or perceived hate that's going on this particular project or whatnot. There are a few things in when you look at a collection, you know, money, again, not everybody has money to throw around and do it, but when you want it, you'll find ways around it. Like I said, if they did a something that I was like, I gotta have it, I'm gonna make it happen. But I won't go in there blazing arms folded, shouting at the heavens that it's just bad and everything.
Yeah. Why tell people that they shouldn't get it just because they don't want, because that person doesn't want it?
Yeah.
Okay, good for you. You want to be a dick? Be a dick. But do it on your own dime, man. Don't sabotage it for those who want it.
Yeah. Samurai Media Mainframe Global checking in. We also
That's
have
a name.
Derek Coop. How much? $4.50. If that's what you're asking.
$449.99.
Yeah, $4. So yeah, not $4.50. $449.99 sounds a lot cheaper.
Now, what I've kind of noticed with this Haslab, and maybe I feel like I remember something similar with the Cantina, but I'm kind of like catching the vibe that this particular Haslab, there is a generational divide in the TVC community. What I've come to, this has really been my first deep dive into this community. Like I always pay attention to TVC. I pay attention to what comes out. I pre-order stuff here and there, whatever. But now that I'm like putting myself into the throes of the dialogue that goes on in comment sections and videos and forums, what I'm seeing is there is a crowd that really, really wants TVC to be only original trilogy. And I think that by doing that, you're putting the line in a slow and painful death, because you have other generations of collectors that are coming up into this hobby, and now that we know with recent reports that adult collectors are what's driving this more than anything right now, you're killing your own interest in your line, because people like me, that we want prequel stuff, we want Clone Wars stuff. If you're doing only original trilogy, it's just not for me. It's not going to appeal to me. That's why myself and a lot of my friends do Black Series instead, because the character selection caters more to us. So I think what I'm seeing here is a lot of crossing of arms and stomping of feet and throwing of temper tantrums over this not being the big brown Jawa box. And I think that the Sandcrawler would be awesome, but I also think that if the Sandcrawler came out and it was $600, that you wouldn't be hearing all of this "that's too expensive" talk. It would just be take my money and take it now.
There would be people.
Possibly.
There would be some. There are some. Yeah. I gotta ask you this though. I gotta put it this way.
Yeah.
Then I do agree with what you see, and I do see it. You gotta. I look at it like this too. 3,212 backers right now.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the people who are 100% on board right now as is.
Yeah.
So if there's another side to the whole collecting community that's like, not my lat, not my Gunship, whatever, only original trilogy, they were never going to buy it in the first place. So where is that big support fan base to make this thing happen in broader strokes, right? Why is it even, because again, you're gonna, no matter what, Star Wars fans, we argue over everything, dude. Like, I mean, like every single thing. But we don't. Yeah, but the good ones, and I'm gonna tell not to go. I won't say our side. We put it in its place, meaning like we drop it, and we kind of like Scott doesn't like Attack of the Clones, so he puts it at the bottom of his list, and we kind of think he's crazy. But again, we still love him. He's still our friend, and I'm not gonna tell him no. I'll tell him no, you're wrong, but it's not gonna matter. He's not going to buy or put things up front just because I'm telling him or I'm mad at it, right? So my question is like, the divide. It's going to be there, but where's the support then? Like, if that means a lot more to you guys than a Sandcrawler, then why isn't the prequel generation stepping up? You know what I mean? And funding this thing to shut that side up, because if you're saying that the influence is happening where it's guilting people and not doing it, I mean, they're not in their living room. I hope not shouting out, who cares if you right? Like, it's internet bashing. Like, you can yell at me for buying something, but it's still going to be on my shelf. And at the end of the day, I'm staring at it. Yeah. So I guess, is it guilting people into not backing it? Is it?
No,
you know what I mean?
I think that it's my generation is collecting Black Series, and they haven't been collecting TVC. Why? For a lot of collectors my age, it's that's cool, but why would I jump into a new scale and a new line that hasn't been making what I want for X amount of years now?
Yeah.
And then you're jumping in with something that's almost $500 as the first thing you jump in with. That I can totally see being why we're sitting at just now over 40% of the total backers. But what also, I think, on a larger TVC like community scale, there's also the big misconception that I'm seeing a lot in comment sections. Well, and this happens with every Haslab. It's not just the Gunship. I'll just wait until it funds and then I'll back it.
Right.
But when you have there are hundreds and hundreds of people who are like, they could be backing it. This would be like shooting the numbers up way more at this point in the campaign. That this happens. It happens with the Snowcat. It happened with the Rancor. It happened with successful Haslabs. Like,
no matter what,
like the Razor Crest or the Ghost or whatever else. You have people that are like, well, I'll wait till it hits all the stretch goals. Well, I'll wait.
Right,
but if you don't back it, then
it's not gonna get
you're
to that
not
point.
helping it get to those goals. So that's kind of
I'm sorry. I was just wondering if maybe they don't feel like it's worth it unless they can get all of those stretch goals. I mean, maybe that's the driving factor right there.
Yeah, you can always back out. You can unback it if you don't. Yeah,
you can. You absolutely can. But and that's playing devil's advocate. In that way, it doesn't matter whether or not you back it now or you back it at the end, because either way. But yeah, I mean, for me, whenever it came to the Ghost, I was backer number 13. It was I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to see it grow. Yeah. And there's a certain level of excitement that comes along with backing a Haslab at the beginning.
Yeah.
And watching those tiers explode. Right.
Yeah.
The Razor Crest, when that came out, there was like 2 stretch goals, and then all of a sudden that sucker shot off, and all of a sudden I was getting emails saying, "Oh, you're gonna get this, and you're gonna get this," and it was just like, bonus. This is great.
It went from 4 tiers to 6 tiers because it over. People, and there's also a thing happening right now too, is people are not understanding about the payment plan,
correct?
Or the payment option. Even Yakface and Mr. Stevie had to come out with a post on Instagram saying like, when you back it, it's just basically a placeholder until the minute it funds. That's when everybody will be charged, going forward. So I guess so Tommy, you brought up something else too that I was like, okay, I put that in perspective too. Was the 2 different lines, the class of lines, like Black Series versus the Vintage Collection?
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'll put myself in the middle of that, right? My collection is primarily Black Series figures. That's all I buy, the figures. Yeah. But I have a few Vintage Collection vehicles because, I mean, I like vehicles. I have an ATST. I do have a Razor Crest. You know what I mean? I have certain things that I buy, but it doesn't overtake. Or do I switch over? I'm not gonna. If I back the lat, I'm not switching over to the Vintage Collection.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go because it's too far gone. That'll destroy me mentally. But I'll pick and choose because I look at like the lat and I look at it like a centerpiece. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be Black Series scale. It could be right there. Like I said, right now, my Razor Crest is sitting there as a centerpiece. It's like freaking beautiful, and I do have a few figures that are in it. And I asked Scott for a Grogu and you know what I mean? So I do have things like that where I'm not totally backing away from Black Series. It's just that I wanted that representation in that. So there are room for that. There is room for that. Absolutely. But also, if that's a problem from others and they're not backing because of it's not Black Series, then you'll never get it. They're never gonna do a Black Series. It's just
no.
Especially they can't even pass a rank core. They couldn't even sell out of a snow speeder, which is only this big.
That's another thing I really want to press hard here is like I don't think that I could pinpoint one singular reason why the gunship is not appealing to certain demographics of fans. I couldn't possibly come up with one single reason. I could tell you the most common reasons that I see across hundreds of comments that I read in forums and posts.
Yeah.
But I also think that with Haslab, like we keep talking about like the payment options and stuff in general, I think that Hasbro needs to treat Haslab kind of like how we as YouTubers, we try to treat every video as if it's your first time watching the channel.
Absolutely.
I think that Hasbro needs to treat Haslab like it's the first time you've ever heard of this kind of a thing, and they need to lay out the general groundwork for you each and every time they do an offering. Explain to you how it works and have an FAQ page or whatever you want to do. Because I think that hurts it too. But, one other part about the gunship is the aftermarket prices of previous 3 3/4 gunships. Not what they're listed for, what they are selling for on average. To me, the value of this gunship is better currently than at the dollar. It's bigger. You get both pilots, you get your ball turrets, you get all the attachments, different panels, more than any other gunship has offered. Yet previous gunships that have been out for, I think the last one came out 12 years ago in 2013, goes for $650 to $750, sold as of a week before the campaign started. So
and I can speak from experience that having just in early June gone to Robo Toy Fest down in Burbank. With the collection I purchased in January, I took down 3 gunships. I've got 1 left. And they were just the basic gunships. They were not the vintage collection gunships that came with the ball turrets. They were not. They were still in the box. Just the first 3 versions of the gunship. Each one sold for a minimum of $350. One of them sold for $400.
Yeah,
and it was the Tiger Stripe one, right? I mean,
I love that one. Yeah.
Oh, it's a great vehicle, right? I wanted to open it and put it on display. And I'm like, no, you've committed to this, but still. So the gunships, the smaller gunships, you're going to end up paying just as much, if not more, for those than you will for this.
Yeah.
And to your point, also, there have been a total of, with the LAT, there has been, I believe I'm seeing 15 total Haslabs since the Katana originally dropped, right? And that includes the 4 failed ones, which were the Cookie Monster, the Rancor, Riva lightsaber, and the Ghost Rider vehicle, right? Otherwise, we've got the Hero Quest game system, which Kevin backed, the Ghostbusters Plasma Series Proton Pack, the Sky Striker that I backed, Death Thesaurus, the Hiss Tank, which I backed, the Ghost, which I backed, Giant Man, the Dragonfly, which Moocher backed, the Mos Eisley Cantina, which I backed, the Snowcat, which none of us here have backed, the Razor Crest with Moocher and I both backed, and then whoever the F Victory Saber is, I know it's a Transformer.
Yeah.
And Unicron, but Unicron didn't fund until apparently they extended the deadline. Yeah. So Unicron, they extended a deadline to, and that went back. So I think technically there's 16, maybe.
Yeah. Did you say the Rattler? But anyway.
I did not say the Rattler. So there we go. The Rattler as well. So yeah.
So
this definitely 16.
I've backed 1, 2, 3, 4 Haslabs, and I mean, it's
1, 2,
or 4 or 5.
3,
I'm not sure.
4,
I'm not sure how many. But
shit, the Katana's not even on this thing.
Yeah.
So what is that? 17? Yeah. So the list is incomplete here. Yeah. So like 17 Haslabs so far. So it's not like this is. I see a lot of people going, "You're going to take my money, and then what happens if it doesn't fund?" That's not the way it works, people.
Right?
Yeah.
Hasbro's not in the business of taking your money and running.
It needs to be reiterated if that's the question.
Yeah.
If there's questions out there, then Hasbro needs to have a weekly, like Haslab update weekly. Boom, and really put it out there. On Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel, all they're doing is showing older cartoons. That's all. Why couldn't they just show their live streams over and over and over and reiterate that thing? You know what I mean? Put the coverage out there to reconsume as a live thing, as people, because I see a live, I go, oh, what's this? And it's Transformers, which I'll watch, but it's like, get the message out there. They are allowing the YouTubers to do it, and we're doing it, but at the same time, there needs kind of this understanding, like, if people, if anybody has a question, then that means there's a problem, or there's the questions out there. It's not solved. This is not my dream project, right? The Republic gunship is not my dream project. It's just really freaking cool. I mean, if I had to say there was any dream project, it's probably the katana. Having Jabba's sail barge in my collection 100%. And the Ghost. Those two are my favorites. I freaking love those things. Yeah. This, though, is just cool looking. I'm not simping for it. It's just a cool project, and I don't get why people think, well, I don't want it, so therefore, Tommy, you shouldn't be allowed to have it either. Hal Runner Bates, you shouldn't be allowed to have it. Stu John, screw you. You don't get it either. Why? What's the point? Why do you give a shit what other people put in their collection? Grow up, That's it. I'll hit the pit, and then I have another thing to add to what Hasbro could do to kind of separate the two. Anyway, we've got I think we got to Jeff McPeak. He's
a big boy.
But James Morrow, the enemy isn't generational Star Wars fans. You can't blame those fans for not buying what they don't want. But you also had another one that I was crying inside. I was reading it. It's I think it was him. Something about the OT generation dying off, so you have to have new fans coming in. So, I mean, hey, and here's the thing. That's cool. Like, I was here for it. I was here for the original trilogy, whatever, and that's it.
I have to push back on the whole, because I get that. I've gotten that several times with several people now. Well, why are you trying to tell people what to buy? Why are you trying to? And it's like, no, of course I'm peddling this because I want it. Like, I'm trying to tell you why I think you should buy it. That doesn't mean I'm making you buy it. I'm just a dude on the internet sharing my opinion. And I am getting really tired of hearing that particular sentiment about how, well, you just need to let people make up their own minds. And I'm like, I'm not telling you have to buy it. I'm telling you why I think you should, because I'm excited about it, and I'm tired of people telling me what I'm allowed to say and not say on my YouTube channel and on these toy shows that we sit here and talk about. It's it goes both ways. I'm tired of seeing people get on comment sections and tell you that they hope it doesn't fund and you shouldn't back it. And I'm also tired of seeing people tell me that I'm not allowed to peddle the Haslab because I want it to fund.
Well, like I said, Tommy, what we do is you just full steam ahead. You know what I mean? You do what you do and everything, and you kind of like we do what we do. Look, man, I wanted the Rancor really bad, really, really bad. Even when it was accidentally leaked by Patrick back in the day, and they had to do it, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get this. I was the only one that backed it in our group. But then at the end of the day, when it didn't back, I'm like, well, I didn't miss out because it was never produced in the first place, and I was like moving on to my day, so I had no influence over it, and you just do it. Renault came in there with the original trilogy. Guys are dying off. Literally, that's always need new people collecting. I mean, that's for any longevity in the business. Absolutely, 100%.
You son of a bitch.
yeah. And if I might add, you son of a bitch. We also got Luke Skywalker checking in. I mean, hey, dude, it's a very slow thing, and it's scary at times. And I think some of the sentiment comes in there is like, it's not hitting the marks, it's not doing it, and why? And I mean, Hasbro's going to question that. Even with the Snowcat, they're going to question, we're going to make this, but like, why wasn't this blown out a home run out the gate, like past, things change, collections change. As deeper you get into lines, things are going to change a lot more, right?
Yeah, I think though the reason that Hasbro hasn't been, because I've been seeing that, I've been noticing it too. Hasbro has not posted about the LAT gunship at all since the initial push, but I think that has everything to do with the fact that the Snowcat is still going, and at the end of the day, G.I. Joe is Hasbro's baby, so they want G.I. Joe to succeed even more than their licensed products do. So because they probably make the most money off of G.I. Joe because they own it. So it makes sense to me that they would want to put all steam ahead on the Snowcat, and then when the Snowcat's done, I would assume that we would see a lot more peddling of the lat once the Snowcat is concluded. Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, you guys think if they took the Star Wars team and drew a line down the middle and said, there's the Black Series team with the complete voices and complete sculptors and complete just their own panels, their own thing, and they had to take the vintage collection and separated the two when it comes to the so it's not the same spokesperson sharing. Do you think if that would be a little bit more where you're seeing about the Black Series people with their arms folded, and then when Black Series gone, then the vintage collection people with their arms folded about character selection? It's like, they're their own team versus they are their own team. You know what I mean? Instead of the dual. Do you think that would be a better option on Hasbro's end? And do you think the fans would take that, or it's just it doesn't matter? Like, do you think it's just like they're going to see under the Star Wars umbrella anyway? And when like Crosshair came out for you guys on, we've had him in 2 versions already on Black Series, right?
Yeah.
And you're just getting him now on Vintage Collection. So if there's 2 separate teams, would you be going to the other side and going like, hey, what's going on? Or does it matter? Does it not even?
I just think it depends on the collector, because that is also the interesting kind of, I guess, paradox that Star Wars finds itself in. All the other brands aren't pushing multiple scales the way that Star Wars is. Star Wars is split between 3 3/4, which is its legacy of its brand,
building
and
legacy.
Black Series, which is honestly, this is just me talking numbers wise, Black Series is the more popular line. Black Series is the line that brings in new collectors. It's much more focused on the current media, on stuff that my generation grew up with, because my generation is who's buying the stuff. Whereas the TVC is kind of cornering itself a little bit, because TVC is marketed toward people who have been collecting for decades. Sure. And so from that perspective, I can see the pushback on the lat of, I already have this, because a lot of people that collect that scale have already been in the game. But again, I want 3 3/4 to succeed. I want it to flourish and to evolve, and I think that it needs to. I think it needs to lean into the newer, at least the prequel era. I think it needs to lean more heavily into that and Clone Wars, because the next couple years are going to be that sweet spot for that era here.
Agreed.
Well, here's the thing, too. I mean, I'm just saying, you got the 50th anniversary of A New Hope in 2 years. Mm-hmm. Okay, if they don't lean into that heavy, I don't care what generation. It's a huge miss. It's a huge miss if they start to go, prequel heavy on the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. I mean,
it's funny. I'd rather see them do what they did for the 30th anniversary back in 2007 and just do like an all-encompassing like celebration of the Star Wars franchise, rather than just go super heavy on the original movie. Yeah, that can work. I mean, that's what celebrations usually do, kind of like have a whole. Yeah, I agree with that. But then it's like, then where is that just for that flagship A New Hope wants to do that, and then like when we're talking merchandising and we're talking special packaging, special release, whatever it is, the anniversary stuff, 50th, that's it. We're never going to see the 100th. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're not going to see, we'll see other 50ths, but we're not going to see the 100th, and some of us won't see the 75th, right? We know we won't see the 75th. So, oh my God.
So, wow. And here's the thing, Tommy, like, I guess like, I don't involve myself really outside of our, I am aware of what's out there and stuff, but we have our circle of friends and a circle of people we deal with. And I know personalities, like I could talk to you, I could talk to Scott. Scott and I are same. You and I are like you're my son's age, so it's like, I know exactly where he comes from in the Star Wars world. And I can only speak for myself. Like I love the fact that Clone Wars gets love. I love the fact that prequels get love. I grew up in it. It was like we grew up in it too. We were only 20 some years old when the prequels were here. You know what I mean? It's not like it's so out of reach where it's like, there are fans that just really cut the line when it came off. There was the whole people versus George Lucas. We lived through that. We lived through those times. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And but the thing is, I look at the gunship as Star Wars. I don't look at it as a prequel thing. I don't look at it as a generation. Oh, that's a Tommy toy. It's like, no, that's something that I want too.
It's
yeah,
a Star Wars toy.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree, because it's from my least favorite Star Wars film, and yet I still think it's badass. It's Star Wars, and I freaking want it. It's, and I didn't. I was like, I don't want it, and now the more I look at it, I'm like, damn it, I want it.
I mean, like, but otherwise, if we do that with the arms folded, then what are we doing? If we're just then Star Wars is just another movie. Yeah, as Scott's arms folded. No, otherwise Star Wars is just another movie, and you could walk out going, "That was cool." Move on. You know, that's what we do with Star Trek, guys.
Like that's what we do with Marvel.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whenever we go see a Marvel movie.
Yeah. It's like that was cool. We saw Fantastic Four. That was awesome, but I'm not theory crafting anymore. I'm just like going into
To piggyback on what Tommy was saying, though, with the the Star Wars line is split in two, but it's also split in three with the young line as well, where the other brands in Star Wars, they kind of license that stuff out to like Fisher Price or something else, but Hasbro with their epic heroes, they're I know I've harped on this many times, but it is not selling, guys. The X-Wing fighter that is a great price is still sitting in mass quantities. All the figures at Walmart are on clearance, and they have been on clearance for months. It's the same pegs full of figures. Yeah, those are resources that are being wasted elsewhere, and
that's why
I think they could pull back.
That's why it's like if you have for example, if they had a line in Hasbro that dealt with all their IPs and everything, that had the kitty toys, what we call them, right? And it was Marvel and it had little G.I. Joe, everything like that. Then they'd be like, Star Wars, no, like Playmates back in the day, right? Like Playmates had its own kindergarten line, or the was with no moving parts and very safe, and
you've got the retro line as well. So I mean, we're
oversaturated.
So we're spreading ourselves too thin, and look, I really think that if they focused on Black Series and 3 3/4, as much as I love the retro series, and I do, because it's that old school 5 POA, they fit perfectly with the original vintage figures. I love it. Yeah, but you need to refocus because you're spreading yourself too thin. We're hearing that we are not getting kids into this, right? It is the adult collector. You'll
see a switch. We're gonna see a switch on
I hope so.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Oh, when is the point gonna come where they're gonna make a retro Haslab? You watch the flames come out of people's heads. Man. They have a retro. I mean, marketed, and
they tried it with the Rancor with the cardboard backdrop, and that didn't. That didn't go.
The thing is now is that like I feel like Hasbro's really starting to get a grip on what works and what doesn't, instead of like just, I don't know, for a while it felt very directionless. I remember during COVID, like it was just nothing felt very cohesive. I feel like Black Series has a very clear direction that it's moving in, and I also feel like with Return to Tatooine and Battle of Geonosis, TVC has a direction. I know what I'm getting 100%. Into when I'm collecting this line, as opposed to before it was just like, and here's 4 characters, and here's 4 more characters.
100%, dude.
Right? Just over and over and over again. You never know what's coming. Yeah. Whereas now I'm like, that's part of what has me much more interested in TVC now too, is I can see the vision where for years I just didn't see it at all.
So it is the true world building and stuff like, and if you've got the disc, again, it's your collection and how you want to look at it. You do what you got to do. Black Series is easy because scale wise, right? Yeah, they are 100% committed to figures, likenesses, articulation, what have you, and now they're moving into the sets, which is great. I love the little mini environments just to put them in its place. Nothing extravagant, and I think a lot of people are like, that is awesome. You know what? I didn't know I needed that. And instead of this 50-foot Death Star bridge or Star Destroyer bridge, I'm going to get a little piece where the bounty hunters can sit behind, and it's it's perfect. It actually is working, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I look at the lat and I look at the vintage collection. I'm like, awesome, that's cool. I mean, I don't buy that scale. I don't, because I'm not into like buying everything and having every ship. That's why if I'm scale wise, that's why I do the micro galaxy, because I could fit a fleet of ships on something else. And again, it's pick and choose, and you know it's pick your own adventure collecting style, and there's room for it all, I think. So if instead of like I said, I guess our PSA would be this: it'd be you look at it and you go cool, thumbs up, and just move on, and then move on to something and concentrate on what you are getting.
Dude,
also,
seriously,
concentrate on what, like, if the Black Series people are upset, like I'm not upset at all because we're getting that Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, I'm your best friend. Come on, that's like,
I mean, we got this thing, Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and you got the most important
so
thing,
cool.
guys. Like,
it's awesome.
You can give the vintage collection, you can give the prequels every ship, you can give them a freaking planet of Geonosis. That's fine. I got Vader versus Luke, I'm your father scene. That is to me is like the epitome of Star Wars. You know, and don't let anybody tell you different. Star Wars. But
I think honestly though, if I did have to try to say the biggest thing I think is hurting the LAT Gunship campaign, I think it's that it got completely lost in the sauce with all of the negativity and the quote unquote in my opinion the manufactured controversy on the end of the content creators. That is the biggest thing I think because I definitely agree with, like, I see people in chat like this whole time are saying, like, it's not the collector's fault. I also don't think that Hasbro is being maliciously trying to give people things they don't want. I think that is a foolish way of thinking that a business would not want to try and make money. So, but what I think that there is genuinely good thought behind this Haslab. I just think that I know we've talked about it on the show. There is a trend that has been found to be very profitable for content creators and influencers and YouTubers, you name it, where if you show outrage, then you get more clicks and you get more views, and then you get people then people who are easily influenced, they hear what you have to say, and then they go and they rage, and I think that the LAT has totally gotten the same with the Cantina. I remember the Cantina last year was very similar to this.
Very
Yeah.
Had a lot of turbulence. You know, I guess my wish is I hope that the people that are saying the loudest were never going to back it in the first place. So therefore there isn't that influence. Like I said, I would love to think that, like, if I want something and 90% don't, well, I'm not going to not get it, because here's the thing, at the end of the day, I'll have something that 90% doesn't have at the end of the day, you know? And that's not, like I said, with the Rancor campaign, I was like, well, a lot of people bitched, and I was still backing it. I don't care if it was base price. I wanted that Rancor. And then at the end of the day, I was like, I'm going to have a Rancor and you're not. And I mean, not that I'm going to throw it in anybody's face, but if they're going to hurt their own kind of entertainment in this world and their own fun in this world and what they do, their hobbies, that's shooting themselves in the foot just to make a stand. Just like people, I'm not going to watch. I've heard this many times. I'm not going to watch Andor because, I've heard I said, oh, you heard.
Yeah.
Heard it's bad, or it goes in directions. So you can't make up your own mind on that thing. And so again, to reiterate, I think, Tommy, that the people who are making the most loud noise of it, as far as not liking it, not the price and everything, because that's a whole different discussion. Because I see the chat, price is an issue. It still is. It is an issue. But the ones that are like, this is the worst decision Hasbro's, you can't, why Gunship or why the prequel era? I don't think they were going to buy it in the first place. They're probably not TVC collectors in the first place. And it is, you'll hear more from the naysayers than the people positive.
Yeah, it's the loud minority.
The loudest, right, exactly.
Yeah. And to James Morrow's point right here, everything isn't appealing to everyone. You can't insist that people buy something they don't want.
Yeah,
people have to be free to buy or not buy what they want. Exactly. The problem I have with the whole situation is that people are demanding that this thing fail. People want this thing to fail, and that doesn't help anybody.
No,
And that's the major issue right there, and that's why it is that Tommy and I are both talking about this so much. Actually, all three of us are talking about this.
I'm with you guys.
We want it, and we want people that want it to get it, and to wish people that just to wish people not get it. It makes no sense, and it doesn't help anybody.
I'm trying to lead by example. Where I support it 100%. I don't want to buy it because it's not, I just don't want just because either.
Yeah.
But I'm not buying it just because either. It's just not my collection. It's not what I do. But
for me, it's like that is such a. I feel like no one's disagreeing with that statement. Like I don't think anybody's disagreeing. It should be. I think it's obvious when we're talking about a luxury hobby. This is not a like food, clothes, shelter type thing. This is toys that you buy with excess income basically. But it's
you're gonna buy two of them, Hal Runner.
and I think that it should go without saying, if you don't want it, don't buy it. But at the same time, for me, it's like I'm absolutely gonna peddle it. Because if it's something I want, I'm gonna let it be known that I want, just the same way that I don't know. What's a good one that came out recently? The TVC Han Solo. I wasn't a fan of the hairpiece on that.
The Lego hair
terrible.
I said, "Hey, not my cup of tea, not for me," and I went on about my day. I didn't say, crusade against why everybody shouldn't buy Han Solo.
We have fun. We tell like Scott, like Dad is what Scott has no control over that figure. You know what I mean? But and at the end, I'm like, if I was collecting TV, I'd probably buy it just because it's a licensed Star Wars product, and I'm sorry, but we were bred that way. We were bred from the ground up to buy things that say Star Wars on it. Blame us, that's fine, but that's
I was 3 years old.
Yeah,
3 years old in 78. There we go.
Yeah, we were. This is it's funny. It's like we woke up one day and Star Wars was there. You know what I mean? Yep. And like I said, Tommy's the same way. You were born into it. And it's what we do and what we know. And it's like no other franchise has this level of commitment that way, or just love of just living in the world, right? Because there are people, you can love Star Wars and not own a piece of merchandise. And nobody here is going to take that away from you. Or you can have like every single thing that has Star Wars stamped on it, like Steve Sansweet. You can have, and we will love you just the same, honestly. But we're going to be critical when criticals do. Absolutely. Or when it's out. And like I said, my only, and it's not even a complaint. It's just the fact that I look and I go, damn, the times have caught up to it. It's just too expensive. That's it. Yeah. But that's what Hasbro put the price tag on it. It's what the days we're living in now. We're gonna have to get used to these high end. I do believe that companies are gonna start taking advantage of that adult collecting
all day.
Yeah.
No, across the board, not all just day. Hasbro. And so you're gonna see $1,000 sets. You're gonna see $600 this and say $800 play sets, because they think that we have this disposable income like we did 5 years ago, which is not the case.
No. And dude, if this thing was $100 less, I wouldn't have hesitated. I'd have been like, okay, let's go.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's just a sign of the times. It's like the inflation calculator thing. It's if the what's going on, Alex?
What's up, man?
If the Razor Crest, which was $350 in 2020, that came out.
Yeah.
If that came out today, $350 in 2020 is $436 or $437 in 2025 money. Now that being so, that's why I say $450. I think is pretty on the mark. Now that being said, that's a completely separate issue from wages not increasing and cost of living increasing, but wages not following that. That's not for me to talk about because that's not what I'm knowledgeable in.
You're not an economist.
I'm knowledgeable in toys, and that is that's Star Wars toys specifically. And so when I see that's a common misconception I see about the gunship a lot. Absolutely, $450 is a ton of money, especially dropping it on a luxury item. But
with another Haslab and we said it before, Star Wars and G.I. Joe they go hand in hand. We were all at the same age whenever this came out. You got to pick one because you can't run two concurrent
not anymore.
Haslabs like that. Yeah,
not anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
I know a lot of people that are backing the Snowcat that would probably love to back but they can't do both.
If I was doing both lines, I would be forced because I'm collecting the line. I don't want to have an incomplete collection, and that's where I went. That's why I backed out of the classified series, because it was getting to the point where now it's like I can't. They're putting out way too. It's not just figures. It's expensive. Like these are $100 deluxes that they're putting out, and there's 5 of them, and then there's the Comic-Con, and then there's and I was like, okay, look, man, I love G.I. Joe, but it's not my first love. Star Wars. I had to make a line in the sand. And you know what? I can breathe better at night. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I can do this and concentrate on, and concentrate on Star Wars in general. But, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like you just have to. I feel it's our job to be responsible in how we talk about these things because I see you get thrown around a lot about the gunship about 450 being called predatory pricing, and I'm like, is it expensive? Hell yes.
Yeah.
But to say that it's predatory pricing, looking at the history of things that are similar in size and how money has changed over time, I would
materials
say
it's made of.
Correct. I would say that it's not. That's not the case at all. But at the same time, though, if you can't get it, don't put yourself in, financial ruin to get the Haslab gunship.
Yeah. If you don't want it, if you want it, and you can't afford it. We get it. Nobody's holding a gun to your head saying go out there and buy it. Same, man. Absolutely.
I've had to pass on stuff before.
Yeah, I mean,
to James's point, I keep calling out James because he's very vocal in there right now. But to James's point too, I do think that a lot of the issue is the marketing of it, and I think we covered it already. That we think that it's because they've got that other,
what they said they weren't going to do that anymore because it hurt the last time they did that.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. And it was like they didn't even let that sit for 5 or 6 Haslabs. It was just like it's like wait a second, I remember you weren't going to run 2 campaigns simultaneously anymore, and I'm sorry, but people do collect multiple lines. And again, it's
I got a Hiss tank right there and a Black Series figure right here, man.
This is first world problems. I get it. Bob the collector, the Black Series collector. Yeah, 100,000 for anything or $1,000 for anything is bullshit. Yeah, but people pay it, especially in the Lego world. Like I said, I was comparing Lego to Disney fans. It's they what price? What price? Charge it. That's tomorrow's problem,
Mr. 3D printer man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying those people don't bitch about prices; they just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
Disneyland is sold out every single day. It doesn't matter the ticket price,
which is stupid price, man. Yeah, it is full every day.
But all right, well, I okay. My honest. I'm not saying it because I like it all and all stuff. I do think it's going to pass. I do think it's going to fund. I don't know, and really don't care about if it funds the tiers because I don't see those tiers. They are not make or break.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Those tiers aren't make or break. I think 8,000, fine. I think it'll hit the 8,000 mark, 9,000, whatever it does. And if it hits the tiers, cool. But I do think honestly it's going to fund. So I just see it. We had 28 days, and you look at 40% funded and 28 days left to go. I think it'll get a push. If you want it, the people will find a way. And I just don't. I mean, again, I guess I'm projecting when I don't let other outside influences to tell me what figures and what ships that I want or what I should be mad at. And it's like no, So if there's shows out there that are just like pounding the sand and just like you're dumb if you, and we know we've seen that happen. You're dumb if you buy this. It's like, okay, I guess I'm dumb. You know what I mean? Oh well, when we turn the
you really off, hurt my feelings.
It's like when we turn the monitors up and the mics off, I'm gonna be in my room and you're gonna be in your room. It's like it shouldn't matter.
I'm still gonna wake up and go to work tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I mean, okay, cool, I'm dumb.
We are.
At the end of the day, I'm a 50-year-old guy that collects Star Wars toys, superhero shit, and GI Joes.
Yep.
I'm also. I have a house. I'm married. You can't hurt me. I don't give a shit what you.
And here's the thing too about we were talking about different levels of it all. Like Star Wars has really got the ground up all the way to the extreme. Like I'm not even putting Hasbro in that extreme. I'm not even putting Lego in extreme. You got Sideshow with life-size statues. That's the extreme. $2,000, $3,000. Lit up Darth Vaders. I mean, come on. There are more expensive things to collect in this world, and there are cheaper. So it's like pick a lane, or don't, or do whatever you got to do.
Just don't be a dick. That's what it all boils down to. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. So we've ran out of our allocated time. We were going to pitch a Star Wars Haslab, which we will.
I think we
one
should
of these days.
We got time, man.
No, we got to stay in a lane. We can't.
Gotta have Alex here. Gotta have Alex here.
Yeah,
That's
we
true.
gotta do it. And also it with anticipation because we got a plan, guys. We've each come up with several different Haslab campaigns and pitches to do, but practical, real pitches, not just dream like this is I'm gonna get a USS flag for $400. Right? So no. And that's gonna be a segment moving forward on when we get into and we have more time. Haslab is a hot subject. It's always been, and I think it always will be. And as long as they don't Hasbro doesn't kind of like right the ship in a way where it's comfortable. It doesn't have to appease everybody, but it's got to start getting comfortable either with a full on there is no tiers. This is what you're getting at base price, or if they come with a payment plan, or if they come up with a made to order, whatever it is. I think that's what they're going to have to adjust because again, it is becoming a little bit more toxic and turmoil and all that things moving forward where, people are going to start dropping lines because they can't, whatever. Just a reminder before we get away, at the end, leave a comment in the comment section below, #Mustafar. That's your entry to our giveaway on this Wednesday. You got to be subbed though. So if your name
not
is drawn,
the live stream chat.
Yeah.
Not the live stream chat.
Yeah. If you draw your name and you leave a comment, but you're not sub, in fact, I won't put you on the wheel if you're not sub. That's the thing. You got to be sub to us. That's just our way of asking for support on it.
Stop it, Tommy.
So we are 35 likes into the stream. So again, 15 more. And then everybody that leaves a comment in the comment section below, when it becomes available, will be added to the wheel, which we will spin this Wednesday when we do this all over again. Star Wars proper news, rumors, and we got some rumors.
We do.
We got some juicy tidbits. So
we got some stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Bolts checking in. Yeah. Leave that in the comment section when it's available. So
I started it.
You did. It's fine. It's cool. Anyway, you know what? I didn't get to everybody's comments in the comment section, but I was reading them. Trust me, I was reading them. We hear you. We hear some sentiments on prices and all that stuff, and we're going to continue the conversation. We're going to continue to do it. I know Tommy has something mega planned.
Hey,
to
guys,
try to get support for this. So, Tommy, it's all you, man.
Give me the floor here. Thank you, Mooch.
Yes.
So, guys, if you're familiar with the TVC community, as far as content creators go and things like that, I'm not frozen, am I?
No, you're good.
No, you're not.
Thank you, Phantom Menace. Dennis, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yeah. So in my efforts to, kind of help some maybe people sitting on the fence to maybe want to back the lat, I am doing something crazy this Thursday. I'm doing a 6-hour back the lat marathon on my YouTube channel with friends in the TVC community like Twin Sons Collecting, Toys Are the Way, and the SWTVC guys. Awesome. So I'm really excited to do that. Been chatting with those guys a lot the last couple weeks. I'm really excited to kind of dip my toes into a different side of the Star Wars collecting community. We're going to be doing a giveaway as part of that, giving away the Clone Trooper 4-pack for TVC during the stream. Also, shout out to my friends 212 Hunter and Wilbon. They're going to be co-hosting this with me. Awesome. 6-hour stream from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be rotating guests. We're going to be talking all about excitement of the Haslab gunship, avoiding all of the stuff that we kind of talked about today, which is, I think, necessary conversation, like the price and the debate on, is this worth it? Is it a dream project? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I think I'm excited. Yeah, so
awesome.
Keep a lookout for that on Thursday.
Send us that graphic. We'll post it on our socials, man. Make sure everybody's out there. So
spit on Black Series.
No, Tommy.
Thank you, Mooch. I do appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. That we'll be in chat, man. We'll like I said, but this is toy collecting. I mean, yeah.
Right. Words to live by. Don't be a dick.
Exactly. New shirt on its way.
I can make
Eric Coase heading out. Thank you very much. You guys, awesome as always. Again, you're making this show even more fun to do every other Monday when we do this all over again. Hopefully, Alex will be back joining us, and we can get our some different direction and talk as far as like the pitches that going on, and we'll see what else comes out and hitting the stores. If you guys want to, our Discord is in the link description below. The conversation continues there. So if you find things in the wild, hit us in the Discord and find out, hey, Walmart's getting this, hey, Target's getting this, or whatever. So Yeah, I'll run her. If I win that Clone Trooper 4-pack, I'll back another lap.
I'm gonna rig that one so that you have to
Dude,
get another gunship.
He's gonna buy the max amount. Oh, man,
Awesome. So, I know I just promoed stuff, Scott, but
sure. You
Take
want me
us
to
out.
talk about? Sure,
go.
man. You know what? Hey, Wednesday, we're going to meet up. We're going to talk about the latest news. Is Cara Dune coming back? Is Obi-Wan coming back? Who the hell knows? But we're going to talk about it. And why.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific time. So join us for the Sarlacc Digest proper. And yeah, man, it's going to be a good damn time. And while you're at it, make sure you go to Moocher's 3D Print Lab. Not Tosche Station Emporium, but Tosche Station Emporium too. You know, it's the same thing. Formerly Tosche Station Emporium. So you can get stands for your Black Series Ezra figure or your Black Series Zombie Night Trooper. You got to make sure you go there and buy Star Wars walls. You just go check it out. You won't go wrong.
I don't have any in reach.
No,
what a bad spokesperson I am. I have
Darth Moocher is working on something that is really exciting. Look at that. You got the slime stands.
Whoa.
He's working on something cool that may or may not be just around the time Tron is coming out.
Been sitting right here the whole time.
Ooh.
I'm so excited for that. I got to get my hands on those stands, man. But Stu John keeps asking for clear stands. Ugh.
Yeah, Stu John, 3D
let's talk
printing
about
and clear. You know what? Head over to Moocher's 3D Printing Lab, but the link is in the description below also for the YouTube channel, because I will be talking about clear 3D printing and why it doesn't work. So there's a lot of issues in that realm that could be improved on. So if you're interested in getting into 3D printing or just want to experience like just kind of live vicariously, I got you. I'm doing an 8D8 build right now. I got this life-size 8D8
from the Book of Boba Fett.
From the Book of Boba Fett. So I just put out part 1 today, and it's
so Tommy's gone.
Yeah. Okay, now we can talk. Yeah, but I just put out part 1 today. It's a short, just kind of intro of why I'm doing this, how I'm approaching it, and everything. Once I get going on, you're gonna find the entire build very, very quick, and then on to the next 5 or 6 things I've got cooking. So yeah, a lot of fun. You guys, thank you so much. Let's see what HoloNet. How many backers did the lat get during?
I'm checking right now. It got
question.
3. It got 3 since we were talking. Oh, it is now up 5 since we started this.
5.
Podcast. So there we go.
5
hey,
times
Hasbro,
450.
Hasbro must have been listening, because this is the first time now I've seen on the app they moved it back to the front tab on their home screen.
See that
just now.
You guys, they said we needed to. Okay, put it on there.
It is. Look at that.
Yeah.
It is
All right,
the first
guys.
thing that pops up. There we go.
Thank you guys so much. Remember, leave a like. We're only 11 likes away for everybody to get triggered into the drawing, and leave that comment, #Mustafar. We're done. Of course, we can go on for another 5 hours, but you know what? Tommy's got that covered on Thursday.
Yeah, he does.
With that, Scott.
Keep it nerdy, everybody.
Oh, SKN Network. Link in the description
SKN
below.
Network.
Sorry, Alex.
Follow.
Yes, follow. It's all there, man. All our links. Bye.
Everything not Star Wars is
Yeah,
SKN.
exactly.
They cover it
There
all.
we go.
Yes. Finger on the pulse of pop culture. Bye.
Bye.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.